Because we're not. It's not about being Italian. It's just. It's not the right way you say it. You don't say marinara. It's fucking marinara. Like, what can't you understand? It's fucking marinara. What don't you understand? Marinara. Marinara. Not marinara. What the fuck is marinara?
That was like when I smacked that horse on the ass. Got my shit kicked.
Okay, little Benjo.
It's however we want to say it, you old bitch. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Ah. Motherfucker. Piece of shit. What do you say? You having a meeting with OTT?
Yeah, he called me. He said he wants to talk. There he is, one-on-one. I think you since you're involved, I think you'd be there. I don't think I'm there.
Take my cigar out here.
OTT, yeah, you
know,
know,
double
man.
T.
Hey, what's up? What's
you mind
up?
if Vinny's here? Because he's mainly involved with what I'm assuming you're going to be here to talk about.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't really care.
Oh, whoa, come on, man.
Boys, take it easy, huh? Not too much. You gotta fucking have respect around here, boys.
Vinny, where'd you go?
I'm at Yellow Jack.
He's gonna. He just say he's gonna report us?
Yeah, I think he said he's gonna report us. These cocksuckers.
What the fuck's he still going OC? What the fuck?
He's a fucking douchebag. That's why. Oh, boys, you want to get out of here? We gotta have a little meeting.
Come on, let's go. Clear it the fuck out, boys. Let's go.
All right. Relax. Relax.
Hey.
God damn.
Jesus, boys. You gotta get so aggressive for?
I'm sorry, man. We invite you up here, and this is the type of fucking.
It's all right.
Jesus
I've seen
Christ.
worse.
Randy, you mind harvesting this guy?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, OTT, here's a little welcoming gift to the Triangular Cartel.
Nice meat pie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's just a severed arm. I thought I'd give him to a raw.
There you go, my man. We like to, you know, present
I'm
our
eating this.
guests.
What the fuck?
Oh, brother, you feel nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's barbecue.
Yeah, listen, it's barbecue. Yeah, it's been smoked for like 8 hours.
It'll make you feel nice and relaxed.
Okay.
You didn't even think twice, you sick fuck.
Yeah, that's how you know OTT's OG. He doesn't
Clean that
think
body
twice.
up over here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh shit, this dude ain't happy with what you're doing.
Joe.
It's okay. It's alright. It's alright. He's helping your friend. There you go.
All right, he left.
What the hell are you doing, Randy?
He's just
Don't
cleaning up
mind
the
me,
mess.
but enjoy your meetings.
Yeah,
Don't
Clean
worry.
up the mess.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to have a little conversation about Sandy, what the hell's going on, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't want to jump to any conclusions or anything like that, so I thought I'd wake up here and just give Kay a call and just kind of have a conversation.
Well, the conclusion is like, well, fuck BSK, y'all a bunch of bitches, bro. I'm gonna be real, like, y'all put Vinny Pistone in the highlight reel. We don't fuck with that.
Yeah,
man.
bro. Then you fucking tweeted.
No
Then
way.
you tweeted Rami, you cocksucker, and you turned around and said, "You got me fucking dead." What the fuck is this shit, OTT?
It was funny, bro. Come on.
So I had to do what I had to do best. I had to get back at you. That's it.
God damn. All right,
The
listen.
story's
No,
simple,
no.
man. If you just want to lay the story out there.
Who, me?
Yeah, up to you. I don't, because you know the story. I don't even know it.
No.
I know it, but
So,
I forget.
yeah. So obviously, I don't know if you've seen across the street. We have a huge compound. Mandem do know we have a lot of operations up here now. We don't even stay in the city anymore. I don't know if you could tell how many. We have a shit ton of sprays up here now. This is our new home. This is where we conduct business, and I guess they took the spray from you, and they wanted to know if we were interested. And I said, yeah. I said 100%. We'll take it. I wanted to surprise Kay with it, and we might have another proposition for you through Randy. But basically, our goal is to combine to make that circle full circle with all our sprays, and we get all that land. So yeah, 100%. I took it.
Now, we weren't going to come and personally take your sprays, but
Yeah.
they came knocking. They had it, and Yeah, Vinny he just said yeah.
Okay. And Randy, what were you proposing?
Well, I heard about the unfortunate news of you losing your spray. So,
It's
you know,
not
back in the
unfortunate.
day,
It's okay.
I mean, it's a loss is a loss. You know, no matter how big or small, it's still a loss. You know. But back in the day, you know, I bought a 150K spray and I put it down near Fudge Lane Hospital, and it's been there ever since, and it's just randomly there. I was wondering, you know, maybe you give us that final spray up here, and then we can give you the one down opposite Fudge Lane on the highway.
Oh wait, you talking about the one you
Fudge
took
Lane.
from GG?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take any GG sprays.
K.
Wait, no, because Marty called me yesterday, and I said, we don't give a fuck about that thing.
Oh, but it's
Yeah.
ours. Like it's
It's
Shangang on it.
Shangang on it now.
Oh, it got swapped.
Yeah, it's actually ours. So
Oh,
Yeah, I think that would end up being a problem with GG, and it would be a form of disrespect if I were to.
Well, the
you know,
reason
Oh,
why,
shit,
the
guys,
reason
I was
why,
out of the loop. I was out of the
that's
loop.
okay. The reason
He
why,
called me yesterday. I said, he was like, yo, you want to swap it? I'm like, honestly, what the fuck? We don't even want that garbage.
you just pulled a me move, you cocksucker.
I was
It's
misinformed.
okay. It's
I was
okay.
lacking
No,
information.
the reason why I mentioned you right away, OTT, was one because of like, listen, you're going through a lot of shit right now. I know you, Rust, and Mandem, you're all at war, whatever the fucking case may be. Randy was thinking about who the fuck would want that spray, and I said, well, I know you guys run like Popular Street, like that whole area. So I was like, why don't you hit up OTT about it and see if he would want it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch anything that's from GG.
It's not.
So
It
I'll
says
give you-
Chain Gang.
Yeah, I know, but it was taken from GG, right? So unless like I was getting it for GG to give it back to GG, I wouldn't be interested in it. But doesn't mean that we can't conduct other business. So first off, I mean, I'm assuming, Vinny, the reason why you were over at the Mandem block is you were getting the spray.
No,
went in
originally,
and-
no. Patar asked me to come down there to talk, and then I got shot down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apologize again.
I didn't
about
I didn't know what was going on because I was going there to meet up with them to chat. They picked me up. They were like, yo, can we talk? I said, yeah, no problem. So they picked me up. When we got there is when you guys came through like a fucking wrecking ball and sprayed everything fucking down on Mandem block, which is understandable. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little tight. You know, it was, you know, at the time it was a little salt on the wound, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I want that fucking spray now. Fuck OTT, right? But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going, listen, war is war, bro. You can't control it. You don't know who the fuck's around. Listen, you have that adrenaline flowing. I understand. But you didn't have to go to Twitter and fucking say the whole fucking highlight reel shit, you cocksucker, okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, okay.
All right. So, do you guys even know why we're fighting Mandem? Have you guys been told?
Under the impression
Probably,
of...
but I don't recall.
Yeah,
Let's hear it right
under
from
the
the horse's
impression
mouth.
with the whole thing, with that big thing that went down, with the event,
Oh, the event. Yes.
or some shit. That's what I know with
The meth lab?
Rust. Yeah, the
Something
whole
about
meth
meth
lab
lab.
thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So I'll start it from the top.
Here we
just so
go.
that
Kay's gonna
in
walk out,
terms of
chat.
our placement and all of this. And you guys know me. I'm a lot of things. I'm not a liar. I will tell you the truth on everything, whether I'm a dick or not. I mean, I really don't give a shit. So
Kay's
I'm not
gonna
blowing
Kay's
smoke
gonna
up your
be
ass
Kay's
for
gonna
lying to me
forget
when I
this
say
whole thing in 2 seconds, so I gotta pay attention now.
The whole meth lab thing that was going on, we didn't even take part in that. We were not awake for it at all. I do believe that BSK and GSF were like the only two groups in the south side, I think, that did not participate in
Baller.
this.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from what I was told, and I mean, I can't confirm that, but I can confirm that BSK was not part of it. I heard about it from GSF the next day, and they told me that it was $500,000 per group to enter this thing, and there was a ton of groups and blah, blah, blah. So when I found that out, we ended up finding out that Mandem won. And the reason why I found out that Mandem won is Patar told me himself. So we actually ended up having a problem with Rust. And Rust was mouthing off to Mandem on Twitter, and Rust was mouthing off to GSF. Now, I kind of stuck my nose out a little bit because I was tired of McGregor just running
you guys
his
see how
mouth
much
on
meth
Twitter
weighs now?
daily, just picking fights with everybody.
Mhm.
And I told him, I said, you know, you need to watch your tongue Like something. I'm paraphrasing, but I was basically like,
Give us a couple of minutes. We're in a meeting.
you need to stop talking so much shit on Twitter. And that's when McGregor started calling BSK snitches. So I said, okay,
Why
if
do
you
say
want to
that?
call,
He's just talking shit, or is there
he's talking about the shit that we did to Denzel. And
putting
I
guns
said-
on him or something?
no, it was a meth table. It's a story that I can share with you another time, but I don't
It
think it's
doesn't fucking
important
matter. It
to
doesn't involve
exactly.
us.
Exactly. But
I'll be right back, chat.
essentially, he started calling us a snitch. Now, I've already been told by Mandim that Rust was talking some shit about us behind our back anyway. So I told McGregor, why don't you come down to Brogue and say it to my face? And he actually did. He pulled up
Ooh.
with 5 other Rust members,
Okay. Well,
strapped with deagles, heroin, the nines, you name it, and they came down bussing. We laid them all out,
oh
and
shit!
and we took their shit. We took some pictures. We put it on Twitter. We started talking shit, and that was when Russ decided to give McGregor to BSK for 3 hours to become a hangaround and be our bitch. And we were just going to end it there. We didn't think it was important enough to go at it back and forth all day, every day.
No true reason.
Correct. So we were happy with that. So anyway, McGregor becomes a temporary hangaround, and we just started talking. And I'm like, McGregor, like, do you really know what happened with Denzel? And he's like, well, no, they told me that you snitched and blah, blah, blah. And I gave him the whole story. And then he started opening up a little bit more and started talking about the reason why they're beefing with GSF and Mandim. The GSF reason didn't have anything to do with the event. The GSF reason had to do with Rust taking one of their baby G's or shot callers or whatever they call it over there in GSF hostage for an ATM robbery. And Billy Sprinkles wanted no part of it, said, you're not taking me. They ended up shooting him and shooting somebody else or robbing somebody else. And GSF was pissed about that, which I didn't really give a shit about because it's none of my business, but he told me. And then he started opening up about Mandem and the reason why. So Patar, when I found out that
Jiggity.
Rust and GSF, Mandem and GSF were having problems with Rust, I called up Patar trying to get some tea. And I said, Patar, what's going on, man? Like, hey, bro, if you need some oxy or anything, you know, like that's usually my get in with who, like, if I want to get some tea, I'm like, I can get you oxy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay. And then they start opening up and talking shit and I can get the tea. So Patar is like, yeah, just want to tell you that we ended up getting,
What the fuck?
sorry, that's my Patar.
Why is this so accurate?
That's really
But-
good.
Yeah, he basically told me that they ended up winning the meth lab, but the reason why they won it is they tricked Rust and lied to them about a certain part of it. I don't know exactly what. And essentially Rust was pissed that they got outplayed by Mandem, and now they wanted the get back. So I said, oh, okay. But then Patar told me, but I already sold the meth lab, so they're wasting their time. And I said, really? And he said, yes. So I said, okay, that's cool, man. If you need anything. And then he told me, because at the time, I said, I'm going to be fighting Russ now because they're talking shit. So then we go back to where they attacked. He became our hang-around. And then I told
Wait, this is
McGregor
new news. They
that
sold
Patar
it?
told me that he sold the lab. And I said, if he tells you that they sold the lab, he's lying. Because Denzel, who used to be my right-hand man in BSK, who's now riding the teats of Mandem, been searching for a lab, and he was poking his nose around for a while.
Oh, okay. You
about
just said
other
that.
labs
Okay.
around, and information was coming to me, and I know that is what he wanted to do to prove his worth to Mandem. So I know for a fact they're not going to sell the lab at all. So
Don't
it's
be
just
real. The timeline's like, holy shit, they must have got it and sold it instantly if that's the case.
it was less than 24 hours, and there's just no fucking way, right? So, and who are they going to sell it to, right? I already know who's got all the labs in the city, and unless somebody wants a secondary lab, then it doesn't make any sense. So that's when I told McGregor that. We ended up having him for a couple hours, and we went and hit the bank, or we went and did the oil rig or whatever it was, and we let him go. And that beef is done.
Okay.
So then the next day, Rust and Mandem are fighting. They're fighting all morning, back and forth. One's taking a spray, one's trying to contest the spray, yada yada yada. And then Matt from Mandem goes on Twitter and started calling BSK like bush campers or whatever. I have no idea. I don't know where it came from. We're not marabuntas.
That was
but,
just
like,
out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere. But it makes sense now because apparently Matt from Mandem was in a helicopter on top of that big white building on Brogue and I guess saw one of our guys taking a piss in a bush or doing something at a bush. I don't know. And one of the guys, one of Mandem's dudes, falls off white building and lands in Brogue. So they take the helicopter and they fly it down. Now, in the Mandem War, not only the one that we in now, but also the one in the past, these guys sit in helicopters and fly to the tallest buildings so that you can't get them. And with the Deagle range, you can't even fly close to the building or you get blown up. They can shoot you from the highest building right from the ground, and that's what they do.
Cops used to do pretty much, right?
Exactly, except worse. You know, now I hear they got rocket launchers and they're sitting on buildings and shooting rockets and stuff.
RPGs still around like that?
Yeah, apparently they got one and they blew rust off with it.
Fucking rotting away.
So, to get back to it, when he fell down, they came down to pick him up. We went over there and we asked Mandem, what the fuck are you doing on the block? Why are you sitting on our parkade? We don't like you. You're talking shit on Twitter instantaneously. Get the fuck off the block. And then Matt was mumbling some shit and then ended up saying, you know, I said, why are you talking shit on Twitter? He's like, well, you talk shit on Twitter. And I said, get the fuck out of here. So he starts going, he walks around to the other side of the chopper and gets in, and I realize he's got a Mandem chain on. So I said, you know what? Actually, get the fuck out of that chopper. Give me your chain, bitch. Right? And he's like, oh, that's what you're going to do? Really? I said, yeah, really. You coming in here and you pressing me and you talking shit on my block. When I told you guys, number one, I don't like you in the
Chad,
choppers
see,
to begin
we
with,
didn't,
and I sure shit don't like
we
you
didn't
sitting
hear
there.
this.
And coming up with excuse Andy, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. But my buddy Crack gets into the helicopter, and lo and behold, our meth is in the chopper. So what these guys did is my buddy Crack, he put meth in a bin, in a dumpster. They must have been on top of a white building, saw him, went down and stole it out of it, and put it in their chopper. Exactly. And they're on our block doing this shit. So I said, okay.
I didn't know Mandem rolled like that. Okay.
I said, give me the fucking chain. Of course, the guy didn't have a gun on him, right? And then he said, oh, if you're going to take that, I'm going to take all your sprays. I said, really? I pulled out my gun. I shot him, right? So he goes down. I rob him. His other Mandem buddy gets smoked as well. And then there was a GG guy. I think it was GG. Took their bodies and fucked off. Then Mandem came back down to the block looking for revenge, and they got smoked. So I said, okay, here's the deal. You're not getting the chain back, all right? I'm completing my gauntlet, all right? I've got an NBC chain. I've got a GSF chain. Now I got a Mandem chain. I'm keeping it. And they said, okay, well, we're going to take your sprays. I said, okay, you go ahead and fucking do that. So we end up robbing a couple more people, and the day sort of finishes. I wake back up during NA, and that's when we rolled in, and we ended up accidentally shooting Vinny. So I didn't even notice Vinny there. I'm sorry. And the rest of those guys. We end up robbing them. We take Vinny to the hospital. I even offered Vinny the money I took from him. He didn't want it, so I said, okay, that's cool. And then I wake up this morning, and you guys have one of our sprays. So we end up getting Patar and catching him trying to go get a helicopter, because now we're placing cameras at the helicopter spot along with their block and other places. So we end up catching Patar at the helicopter, and we take him back to Brogue, and we question him a bit, and he's talking shit. And he's basically like, I'm going to take your sprays, and, you know, we're giving them to other groups. And I said, okay, so that's what it is. So you're going to take our spray, and then you're just going to give it to Chang Gang, knowing that we're not going to go after Chang Gang to go and get the spray back.
Smart move. You can't lie. It's a smart move right there.
It's scummy, but smart.
It's scummy, but smart.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is what it is. But this
they hurt you, and then they don't have to worry about defending it. You know what I mean?
Correct. But let's be real. The whole spray system is the worst
spray system
thing I've ever seen in my
literally
life.
dog shit.
I know.
It's actually like, it's like, to put it in perspective, apparently Rust took
Yeah,
another
Chad, don't
spray
be
from
weird,
Mandem
bro.
just
It's literally
before the wave
good
in
RP, no
EU.
matter what he's telling the truth or lying.
Mandem used a rocket launcher.
That's the
on
point of
them
RP.
and still couldn't fucking stop
That's
it.
the point.
Right?
He can
'Cause there's
lie,
just
he
not
can
enough
bullshit
time.
us.
Yeah, because
it's RP, Chad.
For example,
Relax.
the
Don't be
GG
weird.
One, like, we wiped them, and they still got the spray, and then we couldn't get it back because they didn't even have 6 people
Enough
awake.
people.
So you
There
can
you-
take, yeah, it's just the whole system.
You
is
can
fucked.
take sprays with less
Yeah,
than 6, but you
exactly.
can't actually.
Yeah, you can't take them. You can't
exactly.
take them
Pretty much,
back.
as long
Yeah.
as you start it, you pretty much get the spray. Especially
Correct.
if you're sitting on roofs. That's what they did too.
Correct, and that's what they're doing. And the part that pissing me off, if I'm just being honest, is the fact that they have a money printer in the Gold Rush, and they have infinite amount of money. And I'm not even saying this to talk shit. They are getting absolutely smoked. Like today and yesterday, they didn't win a single fight. We've lost 2 people. 2 people have gone down in 48 hours, 2. And they've been wiped every fucking time. They've been caught lacking.
Oh.
They've been getting smoked. Whenever we see them on the streets, they're getting
there
wrecked.
is a lot
It's
of
that simple.
police
But what Qatar
circling
thinks he's doing
sometime
is he
around
thinks he's
the
winning
compound.
by taking sprays because they can continue because they have infinite money to just do this 10-minute countdown shit and take sprays, even though they're getting smoked. Now, I told Mandem, we can end this. And he told me that the chain that I stole has sentimental value. I said, okay, I'll give you this chain back, but I want you to go buy me a different Mandem chain and give me that one because I'm keeping a chain. You guys are getting smoked. And you don't get to win this by a money proxy. It's just not how this shit works. And Qatar doesn't give a fuck. They don't want to stop. They want to keep doing this. And they told me they're going to do it with other gangs. And I know what they're going to do. They're going to give shit to the ballers. And we don't touch ballers with a 10-foot
Keep a
pole.
lookout.
We
I'm
won't go
gonna
near
go
them.
cook some hamburgers.
So
Okay.
this is what they're doing. Now we don't care about the sprays. We don't care about getting to 36. We don't give a shit about any of that. Like
I'll tell you right now, it brings no value.
it brings no
Unless
value.
you're like really selling shit through the local.
Listen, OTT, if you want an
You're never
extra
gonna make the money
slot
back.
on the locals, go for it. But
Exactly, right?
It's
So
more
we're
of just like presence. You know what I mean?
that's it. But like, even though we're not, even though we don't have sprays in an area, it doesn't mean we still can't sell our meth. Doesn't mean we still can't fucking do the things that we need to do.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we don't really care all that much. Yeah, it's a bit of an inconvenience. Not gonna lie, but like, they're not hitting us where it hurts. It doesn't really affect us all that much. So that's where we come into play here, and why I wanted to talk to you, Mr. K, is you guys now have one of my sprays. Now I'll admit this, and I'll say this, and you guys don't owe me anything. All right, like you guys, I understand we've had our ups and downs. I feel like we've been in good terms for the better half of a year.
Yeah.
And like I haven't started no shit with you guys. I'm doing the best I can with the Wu Chang stuff. Even Vinny, when you came down about the mats, I told my crew we've been out collecting mats and fucking robbing people at Chop for you. I will say I was a bit disappointed that you would go and accept this from them without at least having a conversation with me first, if it's what you really wanted. Because if it's the sprays that you want up here, we have another spray and we can work out a deal where we just transfer you that spray. It really doesn't mean much to us, right?
mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm up here now. Is if you guys want that last spray, then maybe we can work out a deal where you get it. And I personally think this. I don't think Mandem is giving you guys this spray to piss me off. I think Mandem is giving you guys the spray to suck your dicks and to look like saints and to nestle up next to you guys. I don't think it has anything to do with, oh, we're just going to give it to Changang.
Nah,
because
I'd rather,
we know OTT
honestly,
is not going to go
me,
against Changang.
whatever K
Dude,
wants to
if
do,
they
he
gave
can
it
do.
to
But
Ballers,
me,
I'm
I'd
not going against
rather
Ballers.
let
If they
Mandem take
gave
that
it to
spray.
The Lost, I'm not going against the Lost. If they gave it to whoever, I'm not going against them because I don't care about the sprays, period. And I also know that I can take a spray whenever I want from whomever I want, the way this shit system is.
Mhm.
So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So if it's Sandy that you want, I'm down to work out a deal where we can just give you the spray. And then we can just be done with them trying to come up here and do all this fucking shit with Sandy and whatnot. And it also goes to show them that we actually don't give a fuck. Like, we'll give it to you before they give it to you.
All right, so let me give some insight here. So I had no clue about this deal. This was all Vincent, and
Oh, it
when
was
I
more
found
of
out it
just
was
a
already done
surprise
deal-
for you. That's
Yeah. So he basically did that, I guess, because he got shot down, and the Mandem came to it, and he's like, all right, well, I mean, we're already trying to grow up here. Perfect. They shot me. I'll just do this. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, we may have had our eyes on those 2 sprays up there a little bit, but they were never much of our concern. We were just concerned about making our way up the highway, filling in the fields. And if it came to it, maybe those sprays would be on the line at some point, but it was never an urgent or it was never a topic, really, was it, really?
It was never a topic, and it really had nothing to do. I mean, was I a little pissed that I got shot? Yes, but it had nothing to do with that, OTT. Like, I want to let...
I believe that.
It was more of, I wanted to surprise K because I know all this hard work he's been putting up here, and I'm like, yo, this is actually perfect because we can actually...
You getting shot was like the way for you not to feel bad about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not to make me feel bad about it in a sense, yes. But... in all reality, it's just to complete the circle, because if you do see chain gang sprays up here, it literally, your last spray completes that. We can just keep going and make a full circle all around our sprays.
Yeah, but you understand why they gave it to you.
Oh, no, I understood right away.
Because,
I seen right through it. I seen right through it. I was like, okay, so this is 1, so they can
a fucking
damage
spider
enemy and then pass it off and not have to worry about more things. And the 2, it kind of pits us against you, but not really. You know what I mean?
In a roundabout way, they think it does, right? And they're kind of like sticking it to me. They're like, like,
smart,
what are you gonna do now, bitch? Like, we got CG now. Like, what are you gonna do? And it's just like, bro, I'm not gonna do anything. So, I mean, yeah, in a roundabout way, it is smart. But like, do you really believe? Because if they held on to it themselves, right? Then they know somebody else is gonna go after it, or we're gonna take it back.
Yeah.
So they just offed it as quickly as possible because they know how broken the system is.
And they probably know eventually we would come for it, or you would just take it back.
Nailed it. Exactly. So that's why I'm here now. Is like, hey, if you guys want that last spray, I have the power to just transfer it over to you. We work something out, and that's that. And I don't know what Patar thinks, but Patar at twice now. Like, when we rolled up and shot Vinny and the rest of them. Sorry, Vinny, I know I said that 3 times. But like, they even said that we were with Rust, and we weren't with Rust. Like, for whatever reason, twice today he started trying to make it seem as though we're ganging up on them with Rust. I don't give a fuck about their meth lab. I give 0 fucks. None. We have tons of cooks already. We've had 2 meth labs in the past. I did try and get one for a short period of time, and that ship has sailed. So we ain't never gonna get the Mandem lab because they're never gonna fucking take that key out anyway. And it seems like Rust has got a personal vendetta about that, and that's their business. My shit is just all about the disrespect that Mandem shows, the bullshit that they do, and Denzel that flopped from my gang to theirs.
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that Denzel guy left your gang and went to them.
He was my second in command.
I know exactly who Denzel was. I remember him.
Yeah, and apparently today, when we shot down Patar, he told us that he added him to the gang app, like it was supposed to upset me or something.
Yeah,
so it's just the war that we have between Mandem is very personal. It never really got finished the first time that we fought, and now it's really going to play itself out. So I don't want you guys to think, I don't want any other gang to think that we're teaming up with Rust and fighting these dudes to take them down. I don't need Rust help. I just fought Rust 3 hours before the fucking shit went down with Mandem. Straight up. So I don't know what kind of bullshit that they're on, but they're on it. Now, am I friendly with Rust? Absolutely. Have I been in contact with Rust? Absolutely. I have. But we are not working together. We are not taking fucking turns going in and communicating and all this other stuff. They're fighting their fight. We're fighting our fight. And that's the honest to God's truth.
And chat, Patar did say that Rust called on BSK to help them. That's all he told me. He didn't tell me nothing about the disrespect and the whole thing with going on their block.
Guys were, quote unquote, holding hands,
You know?
At the end of the day.
Patar never said any of that.
What brings most benefit to us, because worrying about other people's problems, what does that bring us? Just more problems,
Facts. And you guys are above these petty problems.
we need a little time to think about some options up here regarding that spray, regarding where we can go, where you can go. Maybe you can bring some offers to the table as well. I'm sure we could figure something out.
Well, I'll make it very sweet for you. What exactly did you guys pay for the spray that they gave you?
Just a cloth.
So 750.
So they didn't even ask for anything?
750K.
They didn't actually ask for anything?
No.
So they should have. We would have paid for that shit.
Oh yeah, I would have paid for it. I told them I would pay for it.
How much you say you'll pay?
So that means to them it's just
It's basically, I think what they just want to do is a big fuck you to you. That's it.
Well, they just have infinite money, Vinny. That's the problem, right? Is they don't care. Money has no value
to them, yeah.
So they're using it. They're using it as a mechanism to power
Chat was stirring. Chat was stirring.
Where they don't give a fuck. Like we caught Patar grabbing a cloth today, and we gunned him down with a cloth. So he lost, like, I don't know how much their fucking sprays are, but he lost all that money. And they just don't care. They lost at least $1 million today, like at least. Now to most gangs, that's a cripple. Like that's a ouch, that stings. But to them, it's like, whatever. We've got so many money.
There you go.
And they just keep going.
They don't have many sprays at all. Holy fuck.
No, they don't. And we looked around more for them today. It's just like, I'd have to, but they might have they might be at the 24. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look.
Yeah, maybe.
But
20?
listen, if you guys are willing to pay for the spray, then I'll sell it to you right now. And it's done. And you have all the stuff that you need.
Okay. How long are you gonna be awake for?
I mean, I just woke up to speak to you.
Let's take a drive over to the sprays. I just want to scout some things out.
Sure.
All right. So let's go take a look.
I think personally, just let fucking Mandem take it. That's what I want to tell him. That's what I want to tell. I hope Kay lets him. I hope Kay's like, all right, let's think about this. Wahab.
What's going on, man?
I think Kay's getting his car.
What you guys think?
Hello, El Patrol. Deze man giving me a hard time at the cartel.
I mean, me personally, I would let's wait for this meeting to be over, then we'll talk. We gotta get a car. Come on. You got a car? Because we gotta get a car and go check the sprays. No, yesterday I got shot up. You see, this is our building.
Yeah, I've been inside here. It's pretty cool.
Hello, El Coqui.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yo, what do you think of the 8 months, dude? I appreciate you, baby. Chat again. Honest to God, from the bottom of my heart, today has been fucking crazy. We are literally 145 subs up in 9K. Look to your right.
Holy shit.
Right
this whole field.
This whole field, yeah. You see to the right by the mountains and everything.
After this, we should show them the shop as well.
Yeah.
And you guys can start coming up there, getting some product.
Oh shit. Okay.
Anything you need, drugs, pack, guns.
Have you do you have an email, Life Invader?
I do. Yep.
All right, so go check your email, go to Life Invader app, and then you're gonna see a bunch of invitations. You see those?
Life Invader. I see inbox sent, drafts, trash.
You don't see no recent emails that
Might
came
take a
in?
second.
Yeah.
Dark Market invitation number 3,
Yeah.
unknown. Oh, is that you?
That's where we'll show you the business later.
Oh, okay. Cool. So the spray that we have
To the
left
right.
is in the back. Yeah, it's like in the back of this place.
Trying to see if we want to build off the one we have now. I imagine
You
you guys
can't.
didn't spray any?
You cannot. We have tried everything. You will have to get a billboard
sign or
person to
something?
literally put a billboard in on an
If you don't
area.
mind me asking you a question, why did
Sure.
you guys come up here?
Okay, so the reason why we came up here is because we had deep-seated hate with the Lost,
Okay.
and I wanted to get back get back at the Lost. So what we were doing is we were hunting Lost members and because they never had 6 Awake on their app. So I told Rudy that we're gonna keep clapping the ones that are here until you give us a spray. He told me to go fuck myself, and we clapped them for about 3 more days, and then he finally gave in and said fine. And I said, well, now it's 2 sprays. So he gave me both of the sprays that were here in this area, and this is where we sell meth.
Oh.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm just being transparent.
So do you still want something up here at all, or?
I mean, we could discuss that. I mean, if you guys don't.
I did a similar thing with BBMC, right? They gave me all their sprays that I wanted, and I let them, before they did that, I let them build 1 spray off of what was already here, so they can still keep one and, you know, travel fucking south or towards Harmony with theirs. I don't mind having neighbors up here. It makes it a little more interesting, but that's an option.
I mean,
we could figure something out.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, we would like to continue to keep selling meth up here because it's our secondary place that we sell, and nobody else really sells meth up here anymore because we've just been holding it down for the last 3 months. But as for having sprays, like, we don't need sprays up here to hold down our area, so it is what it is. Like, we can't even bank off of something to move anywhere else. So, like, if you guys take the 2nd spray now, you will pretty much have all of the sprays that can be done over here, unless you have some construction.
I'm happy I asked that question, chat, because
that you can bank off of, like what
OTT probably wants to stay up here, but doesn't want to admit to us that he probably wants that spray back because they want to keep selling meth.
The sides here with all of the, like, the rocks and stuff, and
yeah, there's some little tricks you could do, but yeah, it's pretty rough up there.
Yeah. So unless you guys know of some tricks or things that you can do, then you could probably make something happen, but we hadn't figured it out.
Let me show you some tricks. You got some plywood.
Some plywood.
A little plywood up in the tree.
Yep. Yeah, guys, you guys gotta relax, man. You just gotta chill, dudes. Bro, you gotta let the RP happen, bro. OTT's a great dude, man. He's a father. He's a great guy. Like, you just gotta get relaxed.
Also, I think it's pretty simple to put.
A lot of you guys get way too fucking invested in this shit and like act out like a fool, and there's no reason to act out like that, you know?
Yeah, you guys have. Is it you that has one in a weird location, or was it BBMC? I see it in the tree there.
Yeah. I can put a little plywood up, you know?
In the tree.
Interesting.
But you know, you gotta play around with it for a little bit, make the wood stay.
I see. Okay. All right. Thing is in that area, I don't think there's any of those trees, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a tough area, but.
But here's the thing, Kay.
Yeah, what up, baby?
We're not too pressed about not having a spray up here. We truly aren't. It was really just it was a fuck you to the Lost. That's really all this was. Because, you know, they stole our meth lab from us and did all that shit, and it just pissed us off. And then, you know, Reed backstabbed them or whatever. I don't really know everything that happened. But once they were down bad, I said, this is our time to strike. Fuck these guys. Let's go get it. And we've been banging with all the MCs because we've been trying to prove that we're the biggest and toughest MC in the city because we're the ones that drive bikes all the time. So, you know, we just Mayhem just paid us today to end the war that we were doing. Like, we were already fighting Mayhem before we even fought Mendon.
Dude.
So we were already in
World Willie, thank you so much for the 8, man.
So we've been going to the different MCs and kind of banging with them a little bit. So we've done that. We've done that with Lost. I'm not interested in fucking them over anymore and stuff, like, unless they are out of pocket. But if we give you guys this spray, we don't need to be up here. We don't. And I know you're trying to make it maybe seem trying to give us the opportunity to stay out here, which I do appreciate, but, like, it's not that important to us. If you guys are cool with us continuing to push our secondary brand of meth, we work out a deal. You guys pay a few bucks for the spray. I transfer that over and it's done. Like, you have everything you need up here. You have all the spots. and I thought I'd offer it to you now before we end up fighting Mandem, and they think that like we actually give a fuck about this, and I'd rather just say, bro, we've already given it to them. So what are you gonna do?
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Well, let me talk over this with the group, think about it a little bit, and then we'll give you either
Yo,
a call
Scott, what
later
up,
today, in a little bit, or tomorrow if you're just not around.
If we
Well,
come up
here's
with it
the-
tonight, if they're not around, I'll be around tomorrow early, and I'll get to you, OTT.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem, guys.
Yeah.
And I don't want to pressure, okay? But like the problem is tomorrow morning when we're up, they're gonna come for the spray.
Oh, okay.
Period. Right? And so I'm trying to get this done now, before they even have an opportunity to think about coming up here in Sandy. The problem is, guys, is we cannot defend these sprays up here in Sandy. It's just not gonna happen. By the time we even drive up here, we're already 3-4 minutes in. They sit in bushes, they slump in bushes on top of mountains, you can't see them, and then as you're entering, you're getting shot down by deagles. And then they're putting up campers and stuff around the spray so that you can't actually get at the person that's down in around there. And then they just hold out. They don't even care if they get smoked. All they care about is just getting the spray, because it's just a money thing for them. So that's why I want to get this done now, preferably. And I can stay around, I can stay awake for a little while and give you guys an opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah,
but
it
I'm
was
not
like
even
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Okay, done.
All right.
All right. We'll
All
let you know.
Okay, thank you.
What do you guys think?
See, there's a lot that the one thing I will agree with OTT on is that Petard literally kept saying like the only reason why they're at war with BSK is because Rust wanted them to like join in. But I never was told about the whole shit that happened with them with the block and them disrespecting.
I don't really care about that because that shit don't even bother us or affect us, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
The thing is, can we keep going off of this spray, or is this a dead end for us?
It's a dead end, but we'll probably fill this in eventually.
Yeah.
You know, just
But what was he offering? Like, what can he give us?
He wants us to give him something.
Oh, I mean, what does he want? Yeah.
just buy it. I imagine
That's it,
for a
just
good
buy it.
price. I mean, if he just wants us to buy it, I mean, I guess.
Oh, I mean, if it's just buy it
Fucking
right now,
easy, right?
might as well. I
Me,
guess.
I would like to see the spice and fucking.
Yeah, that's why I wanted him
Oh, I'm
to
just
build off
punishing
this spray, then give us this
Pico.
one, and he can go north, and then
You don't give a fuck. I don't think.
Or just build up the spice and watch Mandem come here and take it, and then just give it to us.
Either way, we're gonna get it, right? If Mandem take
Yeah.
it, they probably give it to us. Or
yeah.
But
they give
now,
it. It
how
doesn't
will
really matter.
Mandem take it if we just get it presented to us from BSK? You know, is it gonna
Well,
To
be?
be
just
honest, I
don't
don't care
know.
who's a good guy or bad guy. If they give us a spray, that's not our problem. It's like whatever. Like they did the same thing, right? They gave us just recent spray. So
Exactly.
if BSK do the same thing, then it's like
Yeah,
probably don't even give a
if
fuck.
If Mandem comes to us and like, yeah, they're not gonna care. Be like, well, they just
They just
gave
came
the
to us
spray
and gave it
before
to
you guys
us.
could take it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Essentially, that's what he's doing.
So
It
I
depends.
feel like
If you want the spray, we just say yes. I guess
OTT
there's nothing really comes
understands
from
the
it.
situation. He understands they're gonna fucking take this regardless.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he just wants to get off his hands so he doesn't have to worry about it. and
But the
doesn't have
thing
to
is, I
defend it.
do think OTT does care in a sense because this is where they sell their meth and they move a lot of meth. So I think in a sense he wants to stay up here because I can easily see him handing us over this spray, right? You talking with him about how he wanted to continue working up here because this is their secondary meth sales. And then after everything is over with them and the Mandem, he might be coming to you, approaching you, be like, yo, can we buy that back for you at a higher price because this is where we like moving our
You know
meth.
what we do? You know what we should do for him? Because I do
What?
like how other just gangs in the area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This has more possibilities. We say we want this spray for free. In return, we will spray a break-off spray somewhere that they can build off of and do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Like in this area.
Just anywhere we can, like, you know, maybe even off of Joshua Road by the store. If we could spray across the
Oh,
street
yeah.
somewhere, then boom, they could build straight towards Lost Compound. Or
Oh,
you know what I
Maron.
mean?
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. So
Yeah.
they could be in the area. Yeah. Yeah, but then won't Mandem just take that one? What do you think
That's
by
not
time?
a problem. And they'll probably be in a like we'll probably be able to do that for him in the Monday or Sunday or
Yeah,
something.
that'll be
So
the
it'll
war
that should
probably
be
be
solved.
ended by then too. On top of it.
Yeah, true.
And that keeps things alive up here. Let's go do that. I don't see why he wouldn't
Yeah.
accept that. And also, yeah, exactly. And if they're still at war, then we still get that spice up here.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, we're chilling.
Might even just get it back.
You just want more of the foot traffic more than anything. So
Just seeing people up here,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
That aren't cops, man.
He also just might want cash. He might be struggling.
I think they are struggling personally. So. You know, war is money at the end of the day, you know?
Y'all.
So here's